to speak fluent English without grammar rules? Forget the books. Come with us now.
Liam, I have a serious question. Is it possible to speak English without memorizing this entire grammar book? Because honestly, I'm about to throw it out the window.
Oh, please don't hurt the window, Emma. To answer your question, yes, absolutely. In fact, throwing the book away might be the best thing you do for your fluency today.
Really? But how can I speak if I don't know the rules? I feel like every time I open my mouth, I'm doing a math equation in my head.
That's the problem right there. You are calculating language instead of speaking it. Native speakers don't think about rules. We think about patterns or chunks.
Chunks? You mean like memorizing phrases instead of individual words?
Exactly. Think of them as pre-built Lego blocks. If you have the block ready, you don't need to build it from scratch every time you want to speak.
Okay, that sounds promising. But can we test this? Because my biggest nightmare is telling stories in the past. I always freeze trying to decide between simple past and past continuous.
That is a classic struggle. But let me ask you, what is the goal of telling a story? Is it to be grammatically perfect or to get the person's attention?
To get attention, for sure. I want them to listen to me.
Then forget the verb table. The only thing you need is a hook, a phrase that forces the person to listen to Emma.
Okay, so what is the best hook for a casual story?
Use this. You won't believe what happened.
You won't believe what happened. It sounds simple. Does it really work for any situation?
Almost any situation. It creates instant curiosity. It tells my brain, stop everything and listen to Emma.
Okay, let me try. You won't believe what happened. I found a wallet on the street today. See?
Yeah. You immediately got my attention, and you didn't hesitate on the verb because the opening phrase gave you momentum.
It actually did feel easier. But Liam, here is my second problem with stories. I get lost in the middle. I start saying, and then, and the story becomes boring. How do I fix that?
That's the rambling trap. You need a fast-forward button, a phrase that cuts the boring details and jumps to the conclusion.
A fast-forward button? I love that idea. What is the phrase?
The phrase is, long story short.
Long story short. So I use this when I want to skip to the end?
Exactly. It signals to the listener, I respect your time. Here is the result.
Can I try combining them? The hook and the fast forward?
Please do. Tell me about your weekend.
Tell me about your weekend.
Okay, you won't believe what happened. I tried to cook a fancy dinner for my friends, but I burned the lasagna completely. Long story short, we ordered pizza.
Perfection. That was completely natural. Did you think about grammar rules while saying that?
No, I was just focused on connecting the hook to the short story. It felt so much lighter. That's the power of chunks.
Okay, storytelling is checked. But I have another huge doubt, Liam. It's about the future.
The future tense? What about it? I used to sound like a robot. I used to said, I will do this, or I will go there. It feels stiff. Will can sound very formal or aggressive for social plans. If you say, I will go to the cinema, it sounds like a military order.
Exactly. So how do I ask someone about their plans without sounding like a police officer interrogating them?
Instead of, what will you do? Just ask, what are you up to?
What are you up to? I hear that in movies all the time. Does that mean, what are you doing?
Yes, but it's friendlier. It means, what are you doing? Are you busy? Can we talk? It covers everything.
That is so much better. And if someone asks me, what are you up to? How do I answer? Because if I say, I will study, we are back to the robot problem.
Correct. To sound natural, you want to express intention, not a rigid promise. Use the chunk, I'm thinking of.
I'm thinking of plus the action?
Yes. I'm thinking of studying, or I'm thinking of going out. It sounds relaxed.
Okay, let me practice. Liam, what are you up to later?
Not much. I'm thinking of grabbing some coffee.
Wow, that sounds so native. But wait, what if I want to invite you to come with me? Do you want to come is correct, but is there a cooler way to say it?
There is always a cooler way. If you want to sound like a local, ask, are you down for?
Are you down for? That means, do you want to go?
Yes, but it implies enthusiasm. It means, are you interested? Are you in?
Can I use it for anything? Like, are you down for pizza? Or are you down for a movie?
Absolutely. It's the ultimate casual invitation.
Okay, I have one last question about plans. This one drives me crazy. I never know how to be precise with time.
What do you mean?
If I say, let's meet at 7 p.m., it feels like a business meeting. But if I say, let's meet in the evening, it's too vague. Is there a middle ground?
Ah, you are looking for the flexibility suffix.
The what?
The suffix ish.
Ish? Just that sound?
Yes, you attach it to the time. 7-ish. 8-ish.
That sounds funny. So if I say, let's meet at 7-ish, what does that mean exactly?
It means around 7. Maybe 7:05, maybe 6:59. It takes the pressure off being exactly on time.
That is a lifesaver for me. I am always 5 minutes late.
Then ish is your new best friend.
Okay, Liam, let me see if I can put this all together in one conversation. I'm going to invite you out. Ready?
I am ready.
Hey, Liam, what are you up to tonight?
Just working on some videos. Why?
Well, I'm thinking of trying that new burger place downtown. Are you down for it?
Oh, I am definitely down for burgers. What time?
Shall we meet there at 8-ish?
8-ish works for me. See you there.
Liam, that was amazing. I didn't think about a single rule.
You sounded 100% fluent, Emma. No hesitation, just flow.
This is addictive. I feel like I can handle any social situation now.
Well, you can handle stories and plans, but what about the awkward stuff?
Awkward stuff?
You know, asking for big favors without being rude, or disagreeing with someone without fighting, or giving advice without sounding bossy.
Oh no, I am terrible at those. I always sound too direct.
Don't worry, there are chunks for those too. Are you ready for the next level?
I am so ready. Show me the magic phrases.
Okay, let's tackle the social nightmares. Asking for favors is usually where students freeze because they overthink the hierarchy. Should I use can, could, may, would?
Exactly. I feel like I need a flow chart just to ask for a glass of water. I don't want to be rude, but I also don't want to sound like Shakespeare. What is the shortcut?
Throw away the hierarchy. There's one magic key that opens every door politely. Just use, do you mind if?
Do you mind if? Is that really enough for formal situations too?
It works with your best friend and your boss. It puts the power in their hands. It's impossible to sound rude with it.
Let me try. I want to borrow your pen. Do you mind if I borrow your pen?
Perfect. And notice you didn't have to calculate, could I please possibly? You just used the chunk.
That is a relief. But Liam, what about when I need to say no or disagree? That's where I get into trouble. I usually just say, I don't like it, or I disagree, and people look offended.
Yeah, I disagree is a conversation killer. It builds a wall. We want to build a bridge, even when we have different opinions.
A bridge? How?
You validate them first. Use the chunk. I see your point, but.
I see your point, but... so I show I'm listening before I attack.
Exactly. Let's practice. I think pineapple on pizza is the best invention ever.
Okay. I see your point, but I think fruit doesn't belong on cheese.
See? We are disagreeing, but we are still friends. It softens the blow.
I love that. Okay, last one, Liam. Giving advice. I always find myself saying, you should do this, or you have to do that. It sounds so bossy.
It does. Nobody likes to be told what to do. The secret is to turn the command into a question.
A question? Like asking for permission?
No, a suggestion. Instead of, you should study, say, why don't you?
Why don't you? Oh, that's clever. It makes the person think it's their idea.
Precisely. Try giving me advice about being tired.
Okay, why don't you take a nap?
I would love to. And it didn't sound like an order.
Liam, this is mind-blowing. Can we just recap what just happened?
Go ahead. Tell me what you have in your toolbox now.
Okay, I walked in here stressed about grammar rules, but now, 1, I can start a killer story with "You won't believe what happened." 2, I can make flexible plans using "What are you up to?" and "ish." 3, I can ask for anything politely with "Do you mind if..." 4, I can disagree gracefully using "I see your point, but..." And 5, I can give advice without being bossy using "Why don't you..."
And the most important part?
I didn't open the grammar book once. I feel like I can actually breathe and speak.
That is the secret, Emma. Fluency isn't about knowing every rule. It's about having the right tools for the job.
I'm definitely ready to speak now. Thank you so much, Liam.
My pleasure. Now, why don't you go practice with our subscribers in the comments?
Great idea. Guys, pick one phrase you learned today and write a sentence below. We want to see you speaking.
See you in the next Quick Speak.
Bye.